So if you feel like you're constantly chasing new listeners, but your visibility is still down, your download numbers are not up, and you're still stuck, it's usually because at least one part of your visibility engine is broken. And so over the last few videos, we've broken down the three specific levers that actually help you to grow your podcast. And that is lever number one, your titles that get clicked. Lever number two, descriptions that get ranked. And then a lever number three, social content that gets shared. So if you missed any of the deep dives from the previous episodes, today I'm just going to put it all together into a single visibility blueprint to fix your podcast marketing in just a few minutes. Welcome to the OrganizedPreneur Podcast. My name is Aldreama Harper, a podcast strategist and efficiency architect. And so I work with solopreneurs to help you in your podcasting endeavors, as well as your online business, and helping you to get organized. Let's get started here with the recap. So, we're talking about the podcast visibility prompt pack. The goal here is to walk away with a framework, with a blueprint, where you will copy and paste AI prompts to rank your show on Apple and Spotify. So, I want you to stop podcasting in the dark. Okay, stop podcasting in the dark. Most podcasters, including myself, I've done this. I fell into the common trap where my audio was pretty good. My guests were amazing. However, I didn't have any listeners. This was the third podcast, which is the Organizedpreneur Podcast. I didn't have some of the strategies that I'm sharing with you now, but because I've learned how to optimize my podcast, and so now they're getting more views, they're getting more visible, and the ultimate goal, of course, is to get clients because my podcast, as well as yours, if you're listening and you're following me, is probably linked to your business. So the strategy here is to optimize the metadata for visibility so that you can get new listeners, because you can actually have the best audio, the smartest guests, but if your metadata is not optimized for search, the algorithms will never show your episodes to new listeners. And if you don't know, Apple and Spotify are the top podcasting platforms. So you definitely want to get ranked for those. Okay. Now, Apple Podcasts, understand this, is not a radio, it is a search engine. Okay. So in order to get found, you got to speak the language of the algorithm. Now, if you don't know what the algorithm is just a way that the platform takes your podcast and serves it up to people who want to listen to your podcast and they're searching for your podcast. Okay. Now, you don't need to be an SEO wizard to do this. You just need the right inputs. And that's what we're going to talk about now. So, here is the new workflow for you. So, number one, if you, well, first let me say this. If you're not using AI, if you're not currently using AI, you definitely will need to do that. And your tool can be ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, or any of the AI platforms that are out there. There are a lot of platforms to choose from. However, just find one that works for you. ChatGPT happens to be the most popular one. Um, so you're going to open up your AI tool. You're going to copy the code blocks from the slides, from the following slides that I'm going to show you in just a minute. You're going to fill in the bracket info, okay, that you're going to see shortly, and then you're going to watch your visibility skyrocket. Okay, so this is your new workflow. Number one, the click worthy title generator. Most podcast titles are so boring. And most people will do or will make this mistake. They put episode number XYZ123, and nobody is typing in the search engine for the word episode. Okay, they're just not searching for that. Okay, so that's why your titles get ignored. And so the goal today is to create a high converting title that uses psychological hooks like the how to, like how to get more leads without chasing clients. Okay. Or the contrarian, why you should stop doing X, why you should stop overwhelming yourself, or why you should stop putting the episode number in your title. Okay. And then there's the listicle, 5 signs that you have entered the podcast fade syndrome. I don't know if that's a good one, but we'll just go with that, okay? All right. So, here is the prompt, okay? You are going to tell your AI, whether it's Chat GPT, Claude, Perplexity, whatever platform you use, you're going to tell it to act as a world class copywriter and podcast strategist. I need 10 catchy SEO friendly title options for a podcast episode about, and then you're going to insert the topic there on the next line. Then you're going to tell your AI your target audience is, you're going to insert target audience. Okay. Then you're going to tell your AI to please generate your titles using 3 specific frameworks that I just shared with you. How to, okay, the contrarian, or the listicle framework. All right. And then you're going to give it the constraints. Keep the titles under 60 characters where possible. Front load the main word. Insert whatever word that is. And do not use the word episode. Please and thank you. Don't put that in there. Do not use the word episode or numbers at the start. Okay, you can use it at the end, but not at the start, because the platforms are going to read the title starting from left to right, just like we read. Okay, so you're going to take this prompt and you're going to copy that into your AI tool. So that's prompt number one. Prompt number two, or tool number two rather, the Apple SEO description writer. Okay. So the problem is that listeners will judge your episode based on the first 2 lines. You see their episode title? They're going to see the first 2 lines there, and they're going to determine whether or not they want to even listen to or watch your podcast. And if you don't hook them, they're going to scroll to the next one. Okay, so the goal here is to write a search snippet. This is number 2, a search snippet that ranks in the search and converts the browsers into listeners. So here is your prompt for that. This is prompt number 2. Act as an Apple Podcast SEO expert. Write a podcast episode description for the topic. Okay, fill in the blank. And then you're going to tell it critical instruction. So you're going to put all of this in there. Okay. The first sentence, 150 characters max, is the most important. It must contain the primary keyword and a hook that addresses a specific pain point. Okay. And then you're going to tell your AI to structure the response like this: 1, 2, 3. You see there on the screen the hook, the first 150 characters, engaging question or statement. Okay, why you are not let's see why you're not getting listeners or something like that, right? The body is going to be a brief summary of what the listener will learn. So you want to make sure that you have 3 bullet points. Okay. And then the takeaway, one sentence on why this even matters. Because if it doesn't matter to them, they're not going to listen. All right. And then you tell it the tone of professional, empathetic, or authoritative. Right. And then tool number 3, this is what we call the content waterfall. Squeeze more juice out of the lemon. The goal is to turn one transcript into a week's worth of assets, right? Okay, so a broetry post, and if you don't know what that is, then you, like I said in one of the previous episode, ask your mama, and you'll figure it out. So broetry, look it up. Take the transcript of your recording and turn it into a week's worth of assets. You want assets. So you have got to squeeze more juice out of that lemon. One episode. That's the lemon. So you're going to see on the screen there where this is your prompt. Act as a social media ghostwriter. And you can see here the pattern here. The first thing you want to do is to tell your AI what their role is. Okay, so that's why you see their act as a social media ghostwriter. Here is the script slash summary of my latest podcast episode. Paste, and then what you're going to do is paste that transcript in the summary right after that sentence there. And then you want to make sure that you tell your AI to please repurpose this content into 3 distinct assets. A LinkedIn post, use short sentences. You want to be descriptive, right, about what you want your AI to do. Think of it like your assistant, okay? That you can't assume that the person or the AI knows exactly what you want. You got to be descriptive, give it as much context as possible, okay? So that the AI knows exactly what you want, because good input produces good output, okay? Garbage in, garbage out, okay? All right. So the second asset is an email newsletter. You want to make sure that you're growing your email list. If you don't have an email list, please go ahead and start one, but don't do that now. Just do it later, okay? But do it as soon as possible. All right. And then number 3, a Twitter/X thread. You want to extract 3 to 5 punchy quotes or lessons. And then you want the tone to be conversational and high value. Avoid generic AI phrases. People recognize that instantly, okay? So that is prompt number 3. So now you have the prompts, but do you have the strategy? Because these prompts will actually help you to write better titles, but they can't tell you what topics your audience is actually searching for. You have to know that. And if you have a business already, then you should know that, particularly if you are tying your podcast or your business to your podcast, and your podcast is supporting your business and is an asset to your business, right? So you want to make sure that you already know who your audience is. Very, very crucial. Here's the deal: if you want to build a lead generating machine, then this is the go. You can use the AI tools to help you generate leads on autopilot and create a podcast that will do all the heavy lifting for you. Okay? And so you have everything you need. Now, if you are interested, I do invite you to a call with me where together we will create a 90-day content calendar so you never run out of ideas. We'll also create a personalized, click-worthy episode title template just for you, because everybody's podcast is different. And it also includes a private Q&A coaching session. And right now I'm offering that for $97. So feel free to jump on a call with me. That link will be in the description. This is Aldreama Harper. podcast launch strategist, where I will help you to get organized, get heard, and get leads. Have an amazing day.